Alright, it's time to watch some Faust. Now, we could have done this video with Gobu the other day, but I wanted to save it so we could talk about Faust, because Faust's fucking weird, dude. So, Faust's main unique mechanic is the item throw mechanic, which is that one of his specials and one of his supers throw items. The special is just one item, but then he has a super that just throws 3, 4 items? I forget exactly. Whatever. He throws a whole bunch of items at once. What he gets is random, and they all have various effects. Most of them can either be beneficial or detrimental, but there are a few that are only beneficial. They are a donut, which either character can pick up and it heals you a little bit. There's a banana, which does the same thing, but it then leaves a peel on the ground, which either character can trip on. You can block it if you get pushed into it, but it's very annoying. He can also now throw just a banana peel as well recently. There's a bomb, which blows up after a little bit. Both characters can hit the bomb across the screen. There's a trumpet. You throw the trumpet, either character can pick up the trumpet, and then after a short delay, a little army of men run across the bottom of the screen. There's Meteor, which you throw up. This is one of the only, purely beneficial ones. Faust throws it, and a few seconds later, there's just this massive meteor storm that comes down. And then there's Mini Faust, which is a little man that starts patrolling the bottom of the screen. If he connects with the opponent, or the opponent does any kind of move that hits Mini Faust, he aggroes and then lunges at him. That can't hurt Faust. That's purely a beneficial one. And there's the weight, which you chuck in the air. After a little bit, comes back down, and it knocks you down if you're not blocking low. If you are blocking low, you're just guard break instead. It can also hit the opponent on the head and do damage. And then there's the last one, which is a hammer, which you throw up in the air, it comes back down, really short range, but it can bonk the opponent on the head, can't hit Faust. And that's all the items. It's random which one he gets, so Faust, he's a very RNG heavy character. He is generally regarded as being the worst character in the game, which he got buffed recently. I think it's more debatable, but any character can work, but Faust typically has to work pretty hard to get anything going. It's just how he is. But everybody loves Faust, just nobody likes playing as Faust, really, except for a few weirdos, pretty much. So, now, Faust, Apology Man probably does the best job of stuffing Eddie out of any of the people that played against Gobu, where he's just like, get fucking Eddie out of here. He does that a lot. But there's the item throw. So that's the hammer. Anytime you see him doing that, he's throwing an item and you gotta react to whatever you get coming out of it. Here's the trumpet. The trumpet manages to kill Eddie while he's doing the frog. And that's actually a cool thing about the weight. The weight beats a pose, because it can't block this knockdown effect. Same as Potemkin, the fall over. You know, when we talked about him, he has the big collapse forward, big full screen knockdown. Same effect, both beat a pose. And now, because a pose beat that, he beat a pose there, he got to throw more items. The little man's come across. That was actually sick as hell. Like, Zato's using the frog, and he just walks back and fucking punches Eddie as the frog's ending. He's doing a great job stuffing Eddie. Alright, chuck these. And because Gobu didn't block that one weight, he gets to chuck way more items. Snatches the trumpet. Mini Faust patrolling the bottom of the screen. Now, just chucking items. Chuck them all. Just chuck them all. Oh, there's the afro as well. I forgot the afro. The afro, if it's on Faust, it modifies one of his moves, the aerial bomb bag. It makes it go really full screen and it guard crushes. If the opponent picks it up, then Faust can hit them with certain moves to trigger the afro to explode after a little bit of time. Those are all the items. So, here we go. Got him in the corner. YRC to keep him in the corner. Chucking some items. Goes low this time. Gets him. So this is the move here, where the bomb bag is affected by the afro being on Faust. It's a really big... aerial bomb bag is a big part of Faust's gameplay normally, but Zato's frog is really good at getting him out of the air. So, but Apology Man's playing really calm. That does also beat Frog, this move here. But he mistimes it slightly, so he ends up getting hit by the Frog. Shakes his head as it happens as well. This is... You gotta be ready to react to a lot of stuff when you're playing Faust. So he throws the weight here. And the opponent is gonna typically try and jump at you at that point, or just jump in, or like neutral jump, because they don't want to risk getting knocked down. And if they're blocking, they're still guard crushed, which can give you the chance to get up. So he throws the weight, and then he jumps up and just shoves the scalpel out to control the air at the same time. Carries him over to the corner. Now, does manage to trade with the Frog that time, which is good because it gets rid of Eddie, so it's pretty good, to be honest. Doing a great job of anti-airing. Now, the banana peel here was really hard because he just threw the trumpet after that, and he would really like to contest the trumpet that he just threw, but the banana peel is in his way. He can't run over it or it'll trip, and that means he has to jump over it, but he'd jump right into the Frog at that point. So, unfortunately, he can't compete over the banana peel. Because of the banana peel, he couldn't compete for the trumpet. So, Yellow Roman cancel, gets rid of Eddie, does the same thing again. And there's the Meteor. That's a great reaction for the Meteor. But again, same deal, where he throws the weight, so he jumps into the air immediately to control the airspace at the same time. This is the Meteor. So Faust got this little teleport move here, where he summons the 2 scarecrows. He can be either of these scarecrows. You know which one he is because the eyes lit up. But he can be in either of those scarecrows, or he could drop down from the sky as well, which is a longer activation time. What Faust players love to do is throw Meteor, and then immediately use this move, because now he has side-switched Zato, which means the Meteors, he now has to block in the opposite direction to the way he was immediately. But if you burst, it covers both options, because sometimes they fake the cross-up by going into the Scarecrow that's still on the same side. But if you gold burst, you get rid of both of them, and you get full meter at the same time. So he manages to grab him out of the air there, gets him in the corner. He's got a lot of meter to hold him in the corner. He's got full Eddie as well, so he's going to just keep him there. Goes for the Zato Classic, use a pose, and then grab him. Uses the Sword Super so he can get full meter on the other side. Full Eddie meter, I should say. So now, Apology Man has to block again. Manages to slide out. Nope, blue Roman cancel. Hold him in the corner again. Careful, calm. But unfortunately, it's so hard. Faust doesn't have a meterless reversal, so he basically just has to block and look for his way out. But Apology Man's playing real careful. Chucks some items. Didn't really do too much for him, but it did manage to get rid of Eddie at least. Catches him when he comes down. This is this here's a Faust classic. Throw the hammer. It's going to come back down and bonk him as he's waking up. So they're going to block, so you run up, and Faust has a command grab. So, whenever Faust throws the hammer, they love to go for the command grab, and then that puts the Afro on them as well. So, anytime you see hammer get tossed, good chance that Faust is going to go for a command grab at that point. Of note about this move, it's very committal, it's very slow, and you can beat it with 6p, even at full screen. But of note, this part here, where he does the follow-up swing, is actually manually timed, and you can, that's the perfect timing on the hit, but you can do that too soon or too late, and there's a huge difference in damage depending on if you do it in time or not. So he gets the weight and then chucks it. That's the problem. Where Fausts love to, and look how high he is. They love to jump up and then chuck the bomb bag down at you because it just cuts off a huge portion of the screen, makes it really hard to approach Faust. But even that high in the air, Zato's frog still hits him out of the air. So it makes it very difficult for Faust to play his usual game plan, which is pretty focused around the bomb bag and just controlling space. So 6p just challenges immediately and gets rid of Eddie. Goes overhead again. Backdash. Ooh, trades with Eddie again. Good time, you know. Ooh, catches him. Alright, chuck the bomb at him. Chuck some items. Dude, this bomb was huge. He chucks this bomb at him, and he gets to throw 4 items. So he throws Hammer. Doesn't do anything for him right now. Throws Mini Faust. Great item to get. Throws Afro, could be really good to get. And then he gets Donut, which is meh, but... And because he got Mini Faust, he gets to throw one more and still block that. And fuck, bro, you see that? We'll wait for this to end, but now... Chuck bombs, gets rid of Eddie with the bomb. Gets Mini Faust again, great item, jumps up, bomb bag. Big throw, can't combo off of that. Burst him off. Hammer doesn't do anything, goes for the side, slides away, and then hits him with the jumping dust at the end. Wild. Both these games are wild as fuck. So here, he got one more item because he got Mini Faust from the previous batch. So he gets to throw this, and the banana peel saves him. Because Eddie pushes him onto the banana heals Faust a little bit, and then the banana peel trips Zato, which also desummons Eddie at the same time. So then, big scramble happens, just chucks the bomb bag real quickly so he can get rid of Eddie right there. Now Eddie can't get him with the frog, so he chucks more. Mini Faust, great item, controls a lot of space. Throws him out of the bomb bag, which is, like, crazy. Bursts immediately. Hammer doesn't do anything. That bonked on a pose, blocking it. But he does this, and then he just uses Faust's special air dash to slide away. Zato tried to get him low as he landed, but the extended limb gets caught by Apology Man's jumping dust. So, man, yeah, and that was just the first round. This is the first of two, by the way. So, match point for Apology Man, but you might be able to guess roughly how this goes, given, you know, what the last video was about. So, playing really defensively again, gets pushed into the corner, baits the burst, though. Zato's really good for this, where... Because he's got the dunk into the ground move, you can just duck right under the burst and then burst the wall, breaks the wall. Big disadvantage, you lose the burst like that. Just runs up and grabs him like a hero. So jumps, safe jump. Not that it matters against Zato, strictly speaking, but, you know, jump setup. And has to keep blocking. Blue RC doesn't kill off of that, but, you know, still not looking good. Side switches on him, chucks the hammer, does at least control a little bit of space, but didn't do a huge amount for him. And, oh, goes for then there's the cross-up setup, which you run up, you go under, and then side switch the person so the frog hits them on the back. Not super safe, but hey, you know, if it works, it works. You know, sometimes, you know, just because it's unsafe doesn't mean it's not something you bust out now and then. Throws the trumpet, bad item to get there, because Zato just gets to pick it up immediately. Hammer actually helped him a lot there, because he needs to get away from the little army coming. And the hammer actually makes it super difficult to stop him from just jumping away, because he can't jump up and contest as easily since the hammer's coming down. Catches him low while he's under the ground. Trades with Eddie again, which is good, gets rid of Eddie. And gets the home run. Bro, look how much damage that home run does. Like, literally, just the home run hit, half the dude's life immediately. Zato's a pretty soft character. So, runs up, just tries to hold him down. Alright, back it up, play calm. Ooh, trying to get the frog, it looked like, because he, or maybe just expecting another pierce, but, like, probably trying to trade with the frog again. Gets hit by the drill instead. Chuck the items. That was actually a great series of items to get, because this is the super, just chucks a bunch of items. So he got Afro, Weight, Trumpet, and Bomb. So he got, like, a bunch of really good items, because he's going to get that Trumpet no problem. Sends out the big bomb bag, but unfortunately the, oh, what a monster. So he reads the oppose is coming, so he just runs full screen up to him and grabs him out from the oppose, because oppose doesn't block grabs. Jumps up at him. Alright, gets knocked back again by Eddie. Runs him all the way across. Ooh, D summons in his face. Very bold play, but he hasn't done it yet, so he gets away with it. Holds him in the corner, goes high, doesn't block, gonna break the wall. Doesn't have any meter, so he can't get the Eddie gauge back immediately, or the hard knockdown. Alright, gets a bomb. Mini Faust, great items. Gets another bomb. Very... Ooh... He actually used all of oppose to block that, because the bomb does quite a lot of chip damage, but he actually blocks both of them from behind oppose, so they don't actually do any damage. But he does end up wasting all the Eddie gauge. Well, not wasting, strictly speaking. Oh, that was unlucky. Oh, he burst. Unfortunate. That was the worst situation possible. So he does all that over there. Blocks all the chip damage. This is the worst situation, though, where he's got the banana on that side, and then he throws a trumpet as his next item. So he picks that up, but now there's a banana peel behind him, and the trumpet has landed in front of him while a pose is happening. So he can't fight over the trumpet because he'll get beaten by Eddie. And he gets pushed back onto the banana peel, which means Zato can run over and pick up the trumpet. And then he tries to burst to get him off, but that was a bad time to burst, but he was probably really flustered by the unfortunate RNG he'd gotten off that item throws. Even though he got bombed like 4 times in a row before then, which was pretty good, but, you know, that's the problem when you're playing like an RNG character, you know? So Banana doesn't really do anything for him there, unfortunately, having to block against Zato in the corner. Not nice. Alright, manages to get him off. Okay, yep, push him all the way out, gets to toss 2 items. Oh, he doesn't get to have the trumpet, though, unfortunate. Oh, but he gets to just slide his way out. Yeah, not mix, the tornado, not safe on block. Oh, Mini Faust. Oh, big hero, Mini Faust there. Mini Faust will get his attack through, so he gets caught there running up, but Mini Faust hits Zato right afterwards, so it saves him. Goes for the command grab, doesn't work, and now he's going to have to block again immediately. Ooh, goes for the bomb bag, too high to get got. Big anti-air. Gets Mini Faust again. Ooh, Mini Faust. Ah, Mini Faust was trying his best to block that trumpet, but it didn't quite work. Gets Mini Faust again. Amazing RNG. Blocks it with a pose this time. Ah, you can't bomb bag when Zato or when Eddie's under you, though, because Frog is just gonna fucking get you, man. It's probably the most unfortunate part about the Zato matchup for Faust is that the Frog is just gonna get you out of the air like that when you go for the bomb bag. So, now, match point for both of them. Apology Man, you know, the first match was, like, pretty much, like, perfect neutral, but it's, Gobu getting it together in the end. Manages to throw Zato into the corner. Jumps at him. Oh, throws him back into the corner as well. Zato's love the wake-up grab, man. They're big fans. He's got full Eddie Gauge right now, so he doesn't need to use the sword. He can use Amorphous because it does more damage. Well, it's not full, but it's recharging, so it's fine. And, oh, blocks it this time. Gold Burst. Throw some items. What are we going to get? Pretty good. Not bad. Oh, Trumpet. Big hero. Get, like, big swing here. But he's already picked up the Trumpet, so unfortunately he can't actually keep the combo going on him. Dude, look at the enhanced bomb bag is so good. I love how it bounces. Oh, look at that. Because normally it doesn't go anywhere near that far. It just bounces like pretty immediately under him. But hey, you know. Alright, here, yep, hammer throw. So that means command grab's coming. What's next? Okay. Ooh, blocks the burst. That's a bad time to try and burst because that can be just jump canceled. So, and he brings it back. So match point for both of them now. You know, we're taking it all the way down to the wire. The next round, the next set we're going to look at will be very much the same, actually. They're 2 really good sets. This was the first game as well in the whole tournament, which will be linked in the description, by the way. It's from Red Bull Gaming. Again. So, yeah, he's got Eddie Gauge, so he can use Amorphous to do more damage again. Really bad start for Apology Man. So, has to start blocking again, gets pushed into the corner, manages to challenge his way out, gets the Afro, which could be good. Ooh, gets Meteors. Ooh, huge. 2 guard breaks. Oh, no! And he's dead. Yeah. Tragic. So here, Meteor guard breaks. So that's nice. And then the enhanced bomb bag, guard breaks again. He goes for the command grab, but Gobu successfully predicts it. He just bursts immediately out of fear, and then, hey, you know, what can you do? So, yeah, it's a bit weird to start the Faust game with one that Faust actually, or the Faust video with one that Faust loses, but, like, that's such a good set that you have to show it somehow, and I wanted to focus more on Faust than the Zato. So now we'll be going on to the next game, though. Alright, set 2. So now we're going to be watching Apology Man on Faust again versus Skill on Soul. So Soul, you know, one of the best characters in the game. You know, we've seen Soul before. Soul's very popular, and this is a very hard matchup for Faust. So something that wasn't particularly relevant for the last set, but there is another unique mechanic Faust has where he can crawl on the ground, which doesn't sound like much, but not many people can be ducking and moving at the same time. Faust can. The important thing about Faust's crouch walk is that he is low profile while it's happening, which means he can't be hit by any move that basically hits high off the ground. He's too crouched down. But only while he's moving specifically. If he's just like down crouch blocking, it's not the same deal, though it can get weird in some things. This is very important for the Soul matchup specifically because Faust can skirt under a lot of Soul's best moves, which means that the Soul player has to specifically look for Faust crouch walking, so he has to use a lot of more like low hitting moves. And once he gets him to block, like, start committing to these low moves, that means Faust can start looking for that instead, at which point he can do a little, like, jumps, like, corkscrew attack he does, you'll see it. And Apology Man does a good job of, like, using the crouch walk to skirt under a lot of Soul's moves in this set. It's a pretty important part of the matchup. So, right there, that's the little crouch walk. And it skirts under this, which is one of Soul's best moves, and it skirts under another, like, wide sweep as well. Good anti-air to keep him down, but then mashes his way through it. Backdash. So, Soul push it. That's the other one it goes under. This is this big fiery swipe right here. He can also crouch walk under that, and that's also one of Soul's favorite moves in neutral, so he can skirt under that as well. And that's the little corkscrew kick, which is good as well. So it gets Donut, doesn't do much for him, but he baits Soul's DP. Soul has an invincible reversal, doing a great job of anti-airing today in general. DP's this time. He tried to do a safe jump, but he mistimed it. Corkscrew, there you go. So this is what he's trying to get Soul to do, which is Soul will have to start doing more of this, like low sweep, and his like leg kick on the ground as well, which means he can do that right over the top of it as well. So that's the game plan. So you'll see him doing like a lot of just kind of like scuttling on the ground when things are in neutral, because it's like right there, which is him trying to skirt under the moves and then punish him. So now, just keeping Soul away, trying to keep Soul under control, and then he's dead now. This is also great super, because yeah, everybody's got a great facial reaction, you know. Faust, this is a tradition. The previous Guilty Gear game, Xrd as well, Faust had another move that had two special moves, actually, that had unique facial interactions for all the characters. Worth looking up if you want a cheap laugh. So, this is actually, like, super annoying. Round start, by the way, Faust doing this. It's actually really fucking hard to beat Faust doing this. Just crouch jab. Like, it doesn't do a whole, like, he doesn't get anything off of it, but it's a really good just, like, check at the start of the round to stop your opponent from really doing anything. And Faust is a character that really doesn't want to, like, lose control of the situation, you know? I like that from skill to... Alright, just gonna pick up this trumpet real quick. Gets Mini Faust as well. Mini Faust gonna come in. That's the problem with the trumpet, actually, is that the trumpet back there hit Mini Faust. So Mini Faust activated, and skill didn't realize, so Mini Faust just fucking flying elbows him immediately. Gets the guard crush off of the weight throw and goes for the command throw. There you go. Oh, that breaks it off. This is the move that interacts with the Afro right here. He sets the Afro on fire, and then after a little bit it self-destructs. So it's a very good pressure move for Faust if he can get the Afro on you and then hit you with the jumping dust. Gets the bomb, has to... Ooh, manages to jump out of it. Ooh, ooh, banana. Ooh, blocks the banana. Alright, banana peel out of the way. Banana peel kind of scary. This is something really huge. So this takes a bit of explanation. So this is the super we saw a second ago with the wheelchair. It does have invincibility on the startup, but it's a really bad invincible reversal startup. Like, just the way Faust moves, it is really bad for actually using as a reversal to get out of anything. But unique to Faust and Gold Lewis, you can start your invincible super, and then Roman cancel immediately. And that only takes one gauge, or one section of your meter, because the super itself doesn't actually take the meter for a little bit. So you can use the super, get the invincibility from it, and then Roman cancel, keeping the invincibility you just had, and you can use that to escape. So it doesn't, like, it's not as straightforward as, like, just using a DP and then clapping the person off of you. There's more of a step to it, but it's actually really good to get out of dangerous situations as Faust, because you also have time to, like, see what the opponent is doing, because it's kind of a long startup on that invincibility. Where, like, you've got enough time during that brief window where you're Roman canceling and you're invulnerable to see what the opponent is doing and know what to do to get out of it. It's actually one of the strongest parts of Faust and is, like, a really good defensive tool, but it's kind of hard to, like, understand the mechanics of exactly if you're not, like, don't play the game. And then he's just anti-airing him. Apology Man, the best part of the two games is that he's anti-airing like an absolute beast. Like, wide swipe is his 6P, which is the anti-air move. He's doing a great job of swatting them out of the sky. Even if he doesn't hit him, oh, Mini Faust. Yep, Mini Faust, though, big, huge item. Does a great job of, like, stopping the opponent's pressure. So, he's, you know, this is the game plan. He's committed to it, where he's like, yep, I'm expecting a little low attack, so I do the corkscrew. You know, here it go for it again, and then he's like mixing in the crouch to try and skirt under the higher attacks as well. So bomb, kick it at him. Ooh, he's gonna have to block. Ooh, okay, that's that problem dealt with. That's not safe afterwards, but he DPs to keep it safe, and then he tries to hit a button next time, doesn't work. There you go again. So again, great, you know. It's not as straightforward as if you just smacked him out of the sky, but it's a great defensive tool that Faust has. But you need meter to do it. You need to have the 50 meter. He still doesn't have any kind of meterless reversal. But hey, that's not actually that weird for this game, to be honest. And Faust does have a fair few, like, fast buttons to, like, mash out of pressure as well. Though not quite as fast as, like, Soul or Chip. So, chucks some items, gets Trumpet. Ooh, manages to get the kill before the Trumpet men come across. Yeah, I just heard the commentators talking about it, but Apology Man looks sad when he gets Trumpet. Like, just, fucking Trumpet, man. Is, you know, unfortunate part of Faust, you know, when your items can backfire on you like that. But, hey, they save you just as much as they do kill you. So, you know. Yeah, it ebbs and flows. Ooh, huge backdash, dude. Look at that. Ooh, fucking backdash right past it, but he's got meter to keep it safe, and then, hey, got combos him in the corner. He's probably dead. Yep, he's dead. So, huge backdash, but Soul had enough meter to keep the move safe, and then he manages to pick it up. So, now, alright, got him on the ground, banana peel. No, not ideal, but, you know, that's the nature of the beast. Skirts under the scalpel. He was trying to just, like, keep him in the corner, but he slides under it with his, vortex. Oh, there you go. That's exactly what I'm talking about. This is the skirts right on the top of it. And then huge also. So he skirts under that, punishes him, but he notices that Soul's gonna land on the Trumpet from this. So he Roman cancels there, which knocks him up, and then he dashes forward so he can pick the Trumpet up before Soul lands on it. Because otherwise, he'd have to abandon that combo if Soul was able to pick up that Trumpet, because it would save him anyway. And that's less than ideal. That's what happens when you're playing against Soul, where you make one mistake and you fucking die. Because that's the optimal starter for Soul. That's the best possible starting hit he can get. And just... Faust isn't even like a squishy character, he just like blasts him to death. Like, that's how it is when you're playing against Soul. Sometimes he hits you with the 5H and you just fucking die. So that's a call out. This is a huge call out thing where you immediately DP at round start, which is definitely going to beat Faust's jab at the start because it's an invincible move, but that's a huge call-out maneuver because you can get fucked real bad if you round start DP. So he doesn't want to block, he just bursts to get him off early, manages to get in. Manages to keep away from the bomb, so he didn't have to worry about it too much. So expecting the low, tries to crouch under the far slash, but it didn't work. That wasn't... he could have killed if that went a little better for him with the DP, but didn't quite work out. But I mean, Apology Man's not looking good at that point, so terrible start. First to 2 again, so match point for both of them now. So trying to skirt under there. Runs up and grabs. What's he going to do now? He's going to run up and grab again. Will he grab a 3rd time? No, he does not grab a 3rd time. DPs after the Bandit Revolver. Very scary, blocking in the corner versus Soul. That's one of the weird interactions you can have with Faust, where this is a 2-hitting move, but Faust is low enough that the 2nd hit goes right over the top of him. So you do get some weird interactions like this with Faust sometimes, just because of how low he goes to the ground. So, manages to get out. A little bit of luck. Hey, you know, you're already playing Faust, right? Afro and bomb. He can't keep that going because the bomb's going to blow up, so he has to start blocking, which gives Apology Man another chance to escape. Huge brave play right there. He's expecting another Bandit Revolver, so he runs forward. Alright, stop. Oh, but he runs forward again and skirts right under the top of it. Grabs him out of the backdash. Gonna throw an item probably. No, he's just gonna go for the jump setup. Ooh, backdash is the command throw. Drops the combo. It's okay. Actually, no, he was trying to burst he was trying to bait the burst right there, but it didn't happen. So it's very scary, very scary. Patience. Escapes, bursts. All right, drills over the top of the gunflame. Push him back. Bursts, throw some items. Alright, none of them are great, but it keeps him going. Backs up over the trumpet. Bomb, Mini Faust, huge. Real quick, Mini Faust here, good awareness. Mini Faust means he's not going to just run straight at him, because Mini Faust is guarding the ground. He's going to jump, so Apology Man jumps and just whacks him out of the air, because he knows he's going to have to jump over Mini Faust. Doesn't fight over the trumpet. Throw some more items. Gets it just in time. Picks up the Afro. Yeah. Absolutely. You know, it's all very exciting. Like, look how he so nearly died. Had just enough time to block the army. The weight gives him enough time to run forward, pick up the Afro. And then you play the game at this point. Is Faust going to bomb bag me, or is he going to spin? And he spins at him, gets him. The bomb against the hits high, so manages to get him when he tries to block the bomb bag. So, whew, got there in the end. So, absolute last round for both players now. Fafnir gets him in the corner, doesn't manage to pick it up, techs the grab. Gets the weight. Weight stops him. Gives him some chance to escape. Hammer doesn't do much. Mini Faust, good item. Manages to pick up the donut. Mini Faust keeps him in block stun. Baits the DP. Ooh, it really looked like he was going to block that burst, but he didn't end up blocking it in the end. But that's okay. This is scary. Very bad. Pushed into the corner. Blocking versus Soul again. Runs up and grabs. Hold block string. Goes low. Drops the combo. Manages to escape. Banana peel. Yep. And Skill is not happy that happened. So this was so unfortunate. So he does all this. This should have killed. And right here, he needs to do... Soul has Gunflame, but then he feints the has one that feints Gunflame, which is a faster recovery. He did the real Gunflame here. He needed to do the feint, and then he would have had time to get the kill. The regular Gunflame recovery is too long. So Apology Man gets to jump up and just float away to safety. Catches him with the jumping dust on the way back down again. Very hard to anti-air this move because it's a big disjointed hitbox. Doesn't have enough to kill, but he throws an item and he gets Banana Peel. Now, Soul is not going to run over a Banana Peel. So he is going to jump again. So Apology Man jumps, knocks him back into the corner. This wall splats. he dashes after him to follow him and then kills him with the mix. So, absolutely heartbreaking. Apology Man had to win, or he was knocked out as well, and he just barely won. But, whew, two very tense sets. Showcase a lot of Faust's RNG because he got fucked just as many times as he got saved, pretty much. But, man, pretty much, like, considering Soul, like, people tell you that Faust's the worst character in the game, and he's, like, undeniably a low-tier character, and Soul's one of the best, undebatably. So, like, to be able to win at all, even if it ends up being that close, and you kind of, like, the opponent dropped it, like, right at the end, it's still very impressive, considering the level the players are at, to be able to take a round off of Soul with one of, like, to take an entire set off of Soul with one of, like, the lower tier characters. It's very impressive. Very similar to when Daru was able to, with the run we watched many months ago at this point. Ino got buffed since then, but at the time, Ino was regarded as being a very weak character, and Daru was able to take rounds off of, like, Chip and Soul and Mei, like, the best characters. It's very impressive to watch these low-tier characters played against these high-tier characters. Anyway, so thank you very much for watching. If you did, like and subscribe. Give me some money on Patreon if you want. I'd appreciate it. Thank you.